Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be doing the beginning of the year tag. I am fully aware that this is going to go somewhere at the end of February, but to me it's still considered the beginning of the year. I feel like the first 3 months to me is considered the beginning, and then that's just how it goes. So I did get these questions from Larry Reads. I saw a couple people do some sort of a version of her videos. So again, props to her. I believe she came up with this. So if you would like to see her video, just go into YouTube. She's really popular. We love her. We love her recommendations. But let's go ahead and jump right into the video. The first question is, how many books are you planning on reading in 2025? And last year I set up a goal of 100 and I passed that by like 20 something books, which I was really proud of. This year I really would love to read 150 books, but Goodreads tends to be a little bit brutal with letting you know how far behind you are on your reading goals. So I still set it up for 100, which I think is a really good number, and I can definitely get to that. Right now I'm on a bit of a reading slump, which I'm hating that I'm in a reading slump at the beginning of the year, but it is okay. We're gonna pass that soon, and I'm probably gonna film a video of like getting out of my reading slump, and I'm currently filming a reading vlog, so hopefully one of those books can get me through it because I cannot. A priority read in your 2025 TBR, and I think that this could be for two different questions within this book tag, and that is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Cannot wait for Fearless. I'm actually going to be doing a vlog on that because I am going to go see her when she comes up around my area, so I'm so excited. But it's just Fearless, to me, it's like my Roman Empire, and I just need them in my life. Question number 3 is most anticipated read in 2025. And again, this could be for two, but I didn't want to put the same book in for the same answer or for the same question. So that is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I think she's coming out with this in sometime in March, and I am so excited for this series to continue. I don't know if she's going to come out with any more, but so far right now there's only 2 out, which is Wild Love and then we get Wild Eyes. Again, I would recommend to read those 2 before she comes out with that one, but I am absolutely obsessed, and the cover's green, which is absolutely everything, and I love green. So that is one of my most anticipated reads for 2025. And again, Fearless can go into that, but I didn't want to put it for the same question, so yeah. Question number 4 is YouTube channel goals that you have for 2025. To be honest, I started consistently posting in 2025, which is this year, and my goal, obviously a number is just a number, but I do want to reach at least 500 subscribers by the end of 2025. I'm hoping that I continue to be consistent with my videos. I absolutely love what I do, and it's just filming content and telling you what I'm reading and just having a conversation with the other person, whoever's watching this, over the phone. I want my channel to be a welcoming channel. I want a channel to be judgment free. So again, I'm just sharing a little bit of my corner of my room with every single one of you, and I want my channel to be a successful channel where we can talk about books and discuss and disagree a little bit without being disrespectful in any way, and just like be a welcoming space for every single one of you. But if we're talking about number wise, I would love to reach 500 subscribers by the end of 2025. Question number 5 is, what is a new book series that you're wanting to start in 2025? And I will have to say the Moral Instrument series. I believe the first one is Clockwork Angel, and that is basically a series. It's like a supernatural, but in a book. And there's also a TV show and a movie out, which I'm really excited to dive into that. They are extremely long. Apparently there's just so many books within like the series, and then there's an interconnected series that you kind of like have to read because it follows different characters. So I'm really excited to jump into that. Am I nervous? Am I afraid? Am I sad that I might not like it? Maybe, because it is going to be a really big investment of my time to go into that series, but nonetheless I've heard nothing but amazing things, and knowing me, I absolutely love supernatural, and that just gives me that because there are hunters and there's like demons and there's angels and there's like other creatures in there. So I'm really excited to jump into that series in 2025. Question number 6 is a book in your physical TBR that you will probably never read. To be honest, this was one that I picked up relatively like recently, and it is Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter. I've heard that this book is basically you have to solve a mystery with, and it kind of gives you like files and things like that. I don't think I see myself picking this up anytime soon, at least not in 2025. There's so many books that I want to read in 2025. This one, which is not it. I bought it because it was only like 99 cents, and I was like, you know what, why not? When I heard the description on Bookstagram or like Book Talk, it was really intriguing to me because I love criminal minds and I love investigating stuff or watching things about investigating stuff. So I was like, maybe I can read this, but I don't know if I'm smart enough to be able to figure out the clues and things like that. So I feel like this is something that I would not pick up, but I do have in my physical TBR. Question number 7 is a new genre you would like to read more of. And I would have to say, I think this is more like historical romance. I have found out that I love historical fantasy and anything that has to do with like the history and like mystery and like things that have to do with like fantasy elements within like a historical era. So I feel like fiction in general, any sort of historical fiction, any sort of like fantasy history, I absolutely love, and I would love to read definitely more of. It's not a genre that I'm familiar with, but it's a genre that I definitely would love to read. So if you have any recommendations and you want to leave them in the comments, because I'm just new to it, and I would love to read more of, but I just don't know where to start. So hopefully if any of you are into historical romance and want to leave a recommendation in the comments, please do, because I will love to read more historical romances this year. I don't know, there's something about the history and then the romance aspect that just does it for me. The next question is, what book or series are you rereading this year? And I'm gonna be completely honest, this has to be The Folk of the Air. The first book is Cruel Prince, which I did bedazzle in one of my previous vlogs or my previous videos. So if you wanted to see that, you would see a little bit of that in that video. But I did bedazzle it. I believe it's upstairs, up there. So I'm not even gonna go in there. But I did absolutely love that series, and I will love to reread it. Like it's the first time all over again. I'm not typically a rereader. Like I don't pick up books to reread again, but my memory is like Dory from Finding Nemo. So therefore that series I read about 2 years or a year and a half ago, which I kind of remember. Jude and Carden are my parents, but I would like to refresh my mind, and that's a series that I would love to read this year. Question number 9 is a book you wanted to get to in 2024 that you will make a priority in 2025, and that is Kingdom of Ash, which is the last book in the Throne of Glass series. When I tell you that I have no clue how I have not picked this up yet, or I have not finished it yet, and I know a lot of people's like, how did you not pick it up right away? Maybe it's just a mix of emotions. I don't want the series to be over. I am sad that it's over, and I'm probably gonna cry and throw up reading that book. So I am trying my best to just like not go back into it, but I know that I need to finish it because I would love to read Crescent City already, but I do need to close up with Kingdom of Ash. So Kingdom of Ash is a book that I will hopefully read this year. Question number 10 is an author that you have never read before but you want to this year, and that is Paisley Hope. I have not read anything by her yet, but I know that she has a book in a series that I'm reading, which is the Sky Rich series, and I believe the second book that I'm going to be reading is hers, and it is a firefighter romance. She also has a lot of cowboy romances that she does really well, and I cannot wait to pick them up because I love a cowboy. In 2025 we are loving the cowboys, so I definitely would love to pick up anything by her and be in the second one in the Sky Rich series that I am going to pick up soon. I just cannot wait to see what her writing is about. Question number 11 is an author that you would not be reading any more of, and that would have to be Riley Sager. I don't know what it is, but every book that I picked up, like I have Home Before Dark, and it just wasn't for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if I should just like give something else a try. And I believe I read something else by him, which was okay, but it just wasn't he's nothing like Frida McFadden. He's nothing like Alice Feeney. I just don't know, like in my head, I just don't think that I will ever go out of my way to pick up something else by him, which I don't know. I don't know. You let me know in the comments if you like him, if you like his writing. But to me, I don't think that I will ever pick up something again unless it's something that like I really get recommended by a close friend of mine or something. I don't know. I just think that Riley Sager just needs to write better books, in my opinion. In my opinion. The last question is a popular book you want to read, and that has to be The Wedding People. I believe The Wedding People was the best choice. It was in the Best Choice Awards on Goodreads last year, if I'm not mistaken, and it was one of the best books that won for that year, or in one of the years. I'm not completely sure, but I do want to read that book really, really bad. I hate hardcovers, but with that one, I ended up picking it up because I was like, you know what, I need to pick this up, I need to read it, and I want to physically read it, maybe annotate it, see what the hype is about. And I ended up picking up the hardcover, which never happens with me because I absolutely despise hardcovers because you don't have fun reading them. You can bend them, you can read them while you're laying down. You kind of have to just sit there and stare at this hard freaking book that is just like not bendable in any way possible. So yeah, that is one of the books that I definitely want to read this year because it's just a popular book that everyone talks about, and if it was chosen to be the best of the best, I need to read it. Those are all the questions that I have for this tag. I know a lot of people make it a little bit longer or a little bit, you know, shorter. I just wanted to go with 12 questions. 12 questions seemed like the perfect questions for me, and I did touch on a lot of the things that I definitely do want to accomplish in 2025, which I'm hoping that I actually do this, because I will probably do another video closer to the end of the year to see if I even picked up or did any of these things. I think that that would be really fun. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, for clicking, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting if you did, and I will see you guys in the next one.